Have you ever heard the phrase, the riches are in the niches? Or maybe you've heard that telling people to niche down in their business as far as they possibly can go is just plain terrible advice. You know, if you Googled anything about niching right now, you're bound to come across a plethora of opinions on this very topic. So, as a grant writer, to niche or not to niche? That's the question we're going to be talking about in today's video. Let's dive in. So we have a good number of members in the Global Grant Writing Collective, and one of the things that I noticed is that there are some members when they first join, they know exactly the types of nonprofit organizations or industries that they want to work in or serve. And so they come in and they share all of that with us in their introductory post, and they have a plan, they know what they like, they know what they want to do, and they hit the ground running, and I absolutely love it. And then we have members who, like myself when I first started, are a little bit unsure about what direction they want to take their grant writing career, and what types of nonprofits to pursue, because they just have so many interests, or they're really good at a lot of things. It's hard to just nail down that one thing, or perhaps they feel that niching down so much may limit their creativity, or whatever the case may be. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about both sides of the issue. What are some of the benefits of niching down, if that's for you? And why it's also okay to stay very general if that's what you feel is more true to who you are. So there's really no question that niching does work. I've never heard anyone express that it's not an effective method to use in your business. And one of the benefits of niching down is that you will be able to craft a laser focused message to your target nonprofit audience, because you likely know a lot about that particular field or industry that you chose. You're excited about it, right? It's where you want to be. And because of all of these reasons, you'll be able to speak to your target nonprofits very specific, particular pain points and problems in a way that's going to compel them to work with you. I'm sure you heard the phrase, when you try to speak to everyone, you end up speaking to no one. It's very true, but it's not going to be your problem, because you're going to have your laser focused message, and it's going to get right to the people that need to hear more about it and how you can help solve their problem. Another benefit of niching down is that over time, you can truly become the go-to grant writer in that particular field, or with a particular grant, if that's how you choose to niche. So for example, if you decided to niche down and say, I'm going to strictly focus on NIH grants or something like that. And again, over time, that can become very lucrative for you. So there are lots of positives to niching down. And if you're one of those grant writers where you know exactly the types of nonprofits you want to pursue, or you know the specific types of grants that you want to work on and nothing else, then more power to you. Go for it. I love to see it. But I do want to shift right now to those of you who may struggle with this concept of niching, and for various reasons. Maybe you're someone who, you constantly hear from the business coaches that it's niche or die, and that just doesn't resonate with you. Maybe you fear picking the wrong niche. Maybe you are a multi-passionate individual. You have various interests, and you just honestly cannot see yourself picking one thing and sticking to it. Like, in your core, that's just not you. Or those of you who may want to niche, but you just don't know how to find your particular industry or focus. Or maybe you're brand new to a grant writing business, and because you're new, you don't want to limit or narrow a potential client base while you are in the building stages of your business. Trust me, I know how all of the above feels. And I also know that it can cause you to put a lot of unnecessary pressure on yourself, and I don't want that for you. Now, if you're the person who wants to niche down and find your industry, but you just can't figure it out, I want you to know that the clarity and the direction that I think you're seeking is only truly found in taking some sort of concrete action. And we can't just sit in the analysis paralysis of it all, which is something that I used to do a lot. I probably still do it a lot. And I think what happens here is we'll write down on a piece of paper our work history, our experiences, our various interests, and then expect the answer, expect, our niche to magically kind of pop out on the paper. And it just doesn't work that way. Now, I'm not saying that, writing all of that down, learning yourself is not important. In fact, it's a very important step in the process, and you are going to gain a lot of insight from that, but you can't stop there, right? You have to venture out, take that leap of faith, try new things. This does not mean that you need to be all things to all people. That's definitely not what I'm saying, and that doesn't work. But I am saying that you will find your particular zone of genius as time goes on. I think that is a misconception about niching as well, is that there are people that just, they just magically pick one thing and go for it and it works out. That may happen to some people, but I think it's pretty rare. I think the reality is more over time they did different things and their niche or their particular, area of expertise came from those years of venturing out, those years of experience. Now, if you're the person that feels strongly against niching because in your soul, at your core, it's just not going to happen because it's just not you, I'm about to free you right now. It is okay. I believe you do not have to niche down in order to have success in your grant writing business. That may be an unpopular opinion, I don't know, but it's just what I believe to be true. If that inner voice is telling you no, or that's not me, or not right now, listen to that voice. Be free. You can absolutely thrive as a generalist in your grant writing business and have great success. And it's actually something that I tell a lot of the new grant writers in the collective, as they're just starting out, to seek out informational interviews with various types of nonprofit organizations. 'Cause as I mentioned before, finding that special sweet spot really does happen over time. And if you do choose a niche, I want you to know that it is okay to change your mind, and you are free to pivot at any time in your business should you feel called to do so. You do not have to stay in the same place forever, and you don't have to have it all figured out because nobody does. All right, I want to hear from you. To niche or not to niche? How did you pick your niche? Or why did you decide to stay general? Or does this topic still stress you out? Let me know in the comments. I want to know. Now, this is a sample of the types of conversations that we have in the Global Grant Writers Collective, as well as in the bi-weekly coaching calls, this and so much more. So we would love to have you join us. If you click the link in the description, you'll be able to find a lot more information about the collective. Don't forget to subscribe to the Learn Grant Writing channel for more videos about starting a freelance grant writing business and so much more. Also, don't forget to like this video and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos. So until next time, thanks for watching.